This is KUGAN CASSIUS for iFull TV in association with MGM Marbella. We're at the new Matchroom Gym. With me, I've got heavyweight Ali Adams. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Very well, thank you.
Good man. Long time.
Been a long time.
Been a long time, brother.
I think the last time I spoke to you was probably pre Audley Harrison.
Audley Harrison's, yeah. I remember.
Have you been watching him in the house?
Yeah, it's a joke. You know, I've been watching him on Big Brother. You know, just I respect the man. You know, bless him. He's still like, you know, he's still a big mouth. And, you know, keep talking and stuff. You know, you want to get the world title on. So I have respect for him. And, yeah, I've been watching him.
Entertaining if you're into that sort of thing. It's,
yeah, yeah.
Not even just a boxing fan. It's entertaining. So,
yeah.
Ali, just to get this out of the way, more or less, you've been out of the ring because of a ban. Just tell me a little bit, briefly, a little bit about it and where you are now.
Well, yeah, you know, just first I have to, you know, I need to apologise to my fan, boxing fan, you know, for the mistake I made. I'm raising my hand, I made a mistake, and, you know, apologise to my promoter, Steve Goodwin, and, you know, my fan, and my ex-trainer, you know, which is, you know, for that mistake. And I learned from it, you know, coming back stronger. Here's my first week of sparring with Anthony Joshua, which is going really well. Today's my second day, and I think a lot to go. And yeah, we're all ready, you know, we fight 27th of September. So we just getting ready on stuff, and, you know, just I'm giving it 100%.
Is your ban over as of now? Is it over?
Yeah, it's over.
Yeah.
It's 100% it's over. I'm licensed and everything.
Yeah. 100%. Was it a 2-year ban?
2 years ban, yeah.
And you served the whole 2 years?
Yeah, done it. Finished.
Right, well, like I said, there's not really a lot more to say about that. You've you know, clarified that you made a mistake. You know,
yeah.
You're not the first, and you're probably not the last. So
exactly.
People can move on from that.
But to be honest, you know, I don't want to get into it, you know, too much and stuff. But I just you know, I didn't do it like, you know, I'm not a drug cheat. You know, I didn't take drugs for that reason. You know, I was big enough, I was strong enough, I was fit enough, I'm young enough, and everything, you know. But the thing is, it's just a mistake getting to my body, and, you know, I found, like, you know, they found it in my system, which is, you know, I understand. So I'm apologise for that, and I learned from it, so I'm coming back stronger. You know, there's a lot to come.
Like I said, you've apologised about it. You know, you said you've learnt from it. So
100%.
Just to move forward now from it.
Definitely move forward, and that's about
leave that in the past.
Exactly.
I mean, moving forward now, the heavyweight scene is probably not a lot different to 2 years ago than it is now.
Not a lot. Really,
no one's really. There's a boy in there, Anthony Joshua, who's come on the scene in the last year, obviously.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's kind of been going through the motions, the British heavyweight scene, I suppose, over the last couple of years. So what do you make of the scene at the moment?
You know, I think Anthony is like, you know, I think he's he's a very talented fighter, and, you know, I've been sparring him. Like, you know, I sparred nearly all the heavyweights in the country. He's the only one, you know, I could see the potential. I could see, you know, the guy I hit him, he come back at me, you know. He never, like, you know, he always come forward and stuff. So I believe, you know, he's a talented fighter, and he's going all the way. And so yeah, that's like, you know, just like I came to spar with the best, you know, because I believe, you know, just he's quite good, like a great fighter. So I came to spar him, and yeah, you know. So
now that you are returning, how much of an impact do you think you can make on the heavyweight scene here in the UK?
Well, I'm going straight, you know, just like I spoke to my promoter, Steve Goodwin, and, you know, I don't want to waste no more time. You know, it's just, I'm not old, I'm not young, you know, I'm 32 years old. So I said, you know, it's my time to do something. So I'm not going to waste no time. I'm not going to, you know, I just want warm up fight first or second fight, you know, for 2 fights or whatever. And then, you know, I need to get to the, you know, to the big scene after that, you know, just hopefully we'll fight for big titles and stuff, you know. I'm going to start calling names and everything.
October 7th is your proposed date?
I'm fighting on 27th of September this month.
Okay.
And yeah, hopefully I'm fighting October 11th as well.
11th, sorry,
yeah.
my mistake.
So, you know, yeah.
Have you spoke about opponents with Steve Goodwin?
Not really, but Steve is doing that, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I'm just training. I'm doing my training. I'm doing my sparring and stuff, and you know, whatever comes. You know, I'm just ready.
How motivated were you after being out for 2 years? What's your motivation level now?
Well, I learned from it. You know, just I mentioned that before. You know, it was it was good for me. You know, it did me good because I finished my studying, and you know, I started working. I started seeing the world. You know, I traveled. I was living in Dubai for a bit. You know, I started like meet different people. Before I didn't know no different. You know, I didn't know only boxing. Now, you know, I saw a lot of things. You know, I experienced a lot of new things, and you know, in my life. So it did me really good. You know, whereas before all I knew just boxing and you know like whatever struggling and stuff. And now it looks like more you know, more relaxed person. You know, I'm coming to boxing when I'm relaxed, and you know, just like I looked back at my mistakes. You know, what I've done, and you know, in my previous fights, and you know. So now, like, I'm coming back a new fighter, and you're gonna prove that yourself. You're gonna see it, you know, just like in the next fights coming, you know, you're gonna see a different Ali Adams, different fighter, different person, and everything.
Well, listen, I mean, we look forward to seeing.
Thank you very much.
You know, the return of Ali Adams, September 27th. Have you been in the gym in the last couple of years? Have you been?
Yeah, I've been training in Dubai. You know, I've been training in Dubai. I've been, which is. I wasn't living here, so I was living in Dubai for like a year and a half. So all that time I was training in Dubai, you know, in the boxing gyms and stuff. They don't really have boxing in Dubai, but it's coming now. So I would just go and, you know, myself, like in the ring. I mean, get in the ring, you know, hitting the bag and stuff, and that's it really.
All right. Well, listen, Ali. Good talking to you again.
Thank you very much.
Wish you the best of luck in your couple of fights coming up, and
thank you very much.
Let's get you back on the back in the mix.
Definitely.
All right.
Soon. Yeah.
Nice one.
Okay,
KUGAN, CASSIUS, Ali Adams, IFL TV. Thank you very much.
Thank you.